Once upon a time, there was this very pretty little girl. And she didn't get out very much. So she stayed home all the time. The reason for that is because she hurt a lot and felt bad. So therefore, she didn't feel like getting dressed and getting out, in and out of the vehicle to go to places. Plus, she almost every day kept this other little bitty pretty girl that she loves with all her heart. But that very little pretty little girl tires her out so much and makes her hurt even more. And there is no way she can get out with this pretty little bitty girl by herself. She just would not be able to handle it. So she stays in most of the time, and sometimes she gets tired of that, and sometimes she just needs to get out. So, one Saturday, she was able to wake up early and not be hurting and be feeling kind of good and in a good mood. And she was not going to get this other little bitty baby girl that she loves with all of her heart that day until afternoon. So she had the whole morning. So she got dressed and she got out of the house and she got in her car. And she was so happy to be getting out and going to town. So she leaves, and the first place she stops at is not too far down the road from her house, and it's the Goodwill. And what she was going there for is she has had these two big boxes in her home for a long time now that has Easter baskets and stuffed bunny rabbits that her oldest daughter had brought home from work brand spanking new because they couldn't sell them. And the store told her oldest daughter that she works at to donate them. So the oldest daughter comes home and brings them home and donates them to her home. And so they sat around here for the longest and in the way and ain't needed. So this pretty little girl decided, I'm gonna take these to the Goodwill and donate them and get them out of my house. So that's what she went to do. She went to the Goodwill to do that. But it was also another excuse to hide one of her pretty rocks that she had painted up for her rock group. Oh, sorry. I thought I had it on it. It must have left. So that's what she done. When she drove up in the parking lot of the Goodwill to donate that stuff, she hid a rock. She had painted up 5 pretty rocks. And she had already delivered one. And so this was her second one she was hiding. So then she went inside and took the boxes in and donated that stuff to the Goodwill. Okay, then she gets back in her car and she goes to McDonald's because she has a little bit of money and it's early morning and it's breakfast time and she is hungry and she wants herself a big old good fine breakfast. And she loves the McDonald's caramel mocha hot coffees. So she got one of those along with her breakfast, even though she also got a small Sprite to drink because she needs something like that to help her wash her food down. So she got her big fine breakfast. And she took her time and she sat there and she enjoyed her breakfast. And she got a surprise while she was there. A fun surprise that she don't want to include in this story right now today. She wants to save it for later, another time, and make a different video about that. So she does. So then after she got through eating at McDonald's, she went to a thrift store. Another kind of store like the Goodwill, but it's not really the Goodwill, it's a type of a thrift store. So she went there, and after she pulled up in the parking lot and got out, she hid herself another rock. Then she went into that thrift store and looked around. Didn't find anything she wanted to buy, but she enjoyed looking around anyway. So, oh, by the way, this was that thrift store. I cannot do that backwards to save my life. So, when she left that thrift store, she went to the post office. And so she walked in the post office. Well, actually, before she walked in the post office, she hid her third rock for the day, which was really 4 out of all the 5 she had done, painted up. Because she had, I said before, she had hid her first rock already another day in the past. So, she hides this third rock for this day, and she hid it right beside the post office. But she didn't get a picture of that one that time. She goes in the post office. She had 2 items to mail, so she mailed those off, and then she checked her post office box. But she didn't get nothing good or fun in her post office box. She was disappointed about that, very disappointed. It was only an advertisement card for her husband. So anyway, then she walked out of the post office and got back in her car. She wasn't through yet, so she still had somewhere else to go. But she decided to let everybody know what she looked like and how she felt at that point in her outings. She can't handle so much at one time. It just gets to her. She was hot. She was out of breath. She was huffing and puffing, and she was tired, and she was hurting. So anyway, she leaves the post office and she drives, and there was a yard sale that always sets up actually right beside that Goodwill store that's right down the road from her house. And it always, she's seen it before, she's never stopped there, but it always sets up. And she wanted to stop there, but when she came out, she said, I'll stop there when I come back in. So she did. Now this was after she had actually got out at the yard sale and looked around and found some stuff and bought it and got back in her car. She had meant to take a picture while she was looking. But it actually would have been hard because the lady at the yard sale was following her around, showing her stuff, telling her about it, trying to make sales. Wouldn't leave her alone. And so she didn't get to take a picture, but when she got back in her car, she snapped a quick picture of it. And she found some pretty good stuff at the yard sale. So then when she left the yard sale, she still had one more place to go to before she could go home. So she went to Family Dollar. And she went in and she bought herself a lot of foods that she could have at home for her breakfast, her lunch, and her supper times during the day. And, well, when I say a lot, not a lot. Well, a lot compared to what she usually normally has. But really and truly not a whole lot. It's all going to be gone within about 3 days, probably. Because she already ate one for supper last night. So she's got 2 more good things for supper. And then she's already ate one breakfast this morning too, so she's got 1 more breakfast. And then she's got a couple of other things for lunches, so it don't go far. She did get a lot of snacks though, and that's one thing she really likes to have that she hardly ever has around her house, is snacks to snack on. So she got herself a lot of good snacks. She's planning on doing a haul later. So then when she got through at Family Dollar, she went home. And she was pooped and tired out. And that's another reason why she don't hardly ever get out of her house and go anywhere much. 'Cause it just wears her out. And so that's the end of the story.